Hey you guys, what's going on? SpiderMonkey29 here, and today I'm going to bring you a video of the top 15 PlayStation 4 games coming out in the year of 2016. Now this is not going to cover every PlayStation 4 game, obviously, that is coming out this year. This is just my list of the top 15 games, and we're going to get started with The Last Guardian. Now, Last Guardian's been in development for just what seems like a generation, but now it might actually come out this year. I don't really have high hopes, but I don't know. It might. But basically, you're just a kid who's kidnapped under mysterious circumstances, and you're trapped in what seems almost like ruins of a castle. There are guards trying to keep you there, but eventually you will meet Trico. Trico's a giant griffin dog type animal, and basically the whole adventure of this game is you are both trying to escape, and he's almost like a giant pet, almost like Gifford, the big red dog or whatever. So basically you're just building friendships and both trying to escape throughout this whole journey together, and it does just seem like a great little adventure. The next game on my list is Far Cry Primal. Now, Far Cry Primal does come out very soon, but basically it takes place 10,000 BC, and you will be taking on the role of Takar. Takar is stranded in Oros with no weapons, obviously, because it's 10,000 BC. Far Cry is mainly known for weapons and traversal and all that kind of thing, so I don't really know how I feel about this game with no vehicles, guns, or anything like that. Obviously, it's 10,000 BC, so I know there's not going to be guns, but it's just a little bit weird. Now, you do have the skill of taming animals, riding animals, and you are trying to lead your own tribe to power in this game, so that's the main gist of it. But it's just a little weird for a Far Cry game to not actually have that many different types of weapons and everything like that. Ladies and gentlemen, Dark Souls 3 is coming out this year, and you know what that means? That means you're going to be breaking controllers. Now, if you've ever played Dark Souls before, they are hard as shit. Now, what I mean by that is just so brutal to yourself, the player, because you get like 2 hit. It's from Software, and they also made Bloodborne, one of my favorite games. It is just so hard, but so rewarding at the same time. This is the 4th entry in the Souls series, and it's an action role-playing game if you didn't know that already, but it does take a lot of emphasis from Dark Souls 2, so a lot of people like that, and a lot of people won't, but basically you're just going to be going around, killing shit, dying a lot, and just having a terrible time. The next game coming out, this is multi-platform, but this is The Division. Now, The Division is just set in mid-crisis New York. It's an open-world game with destructive environments. It's not really so destructive, such as Battlefield, but I am playing the beta, and it is somewhat destructive. The story of this game basically is there's a virus set out on money. Now, the money on Black Friday gets distributed everywhere. People start getting sick, people start dying, so on and so on. And the player's mission in this game is to restore order by investigating the source of the virus. It is a role-playing shooter, third-person cover-based game. So if you don't like cover-based games, it's not going to be your type of game. You can't just run and gun in this game. It is not that style of game. You will die fast. But it is very team-oriented. Someone could be a tank, someone could be a healer, someone could be a technician type deal. But it is pretty fun so far. If you've played Uncharted before, you know they're amazing games. Now, Uncharted 4 is coming out this year. It is the last installment of the series with Nathan Drake and with Naughty Dog in development. But basically, Nathan Drake is now retired. He's living his life with his wife, Elena. That rhymed. That was pretty good. But his brother Sam basically comes back into his life after he thought he was dead. They both decide just to go out for some more treasure, find some pirate treasure. But unfortunately, it's not going to be that easy. There are going to be bad guys in the way. And that is your story. It is just the final wrap-up. Will Nathan Drake die? I don't know. I haven't played 3, so I am not 100% sure, but we will find out when it comes out, and it just looks phenomenal. The next game I am just really excited for is Ratchet Clank. Now, Ratchet Clank, that was one of my favorite series when I was a kid playing PlayStation 2. Jak and Daxter was great also, but they haven't said anything about a new one. Sly Cooper, didn't play too much, but Ratchet Clank was my game right there. Now, this is not just a remake of the first game, it's more of a reimagining. Now, this is going to have just new gameplay elements. There's going to be guns after the first game that are in this game, and new guns completely, but they're just reimagining the series, I guess, so I don't know if there's going to be sequels after this, but the best part is it is just going to be $40. Thank you, Insomniac. I am honestly kind of getting tired of paying $6 for a shitty game or a remake or anything along that sort. So $40 is just lovely to me. Thank you so much. Now, I can't really say much about this next game because I don't want to spoil it for people who have not seen the movie, but Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens, I love that movie so much, and I don't really typically buy Lego games. I have before, and they're funny, but this game you can play as just a wide variety of characters, ranging from BB-8 all the way to Kylo Ren. It's just I don't know. I don't really want to say much about it because I don't want to spoil the movie for anyone. But just check out the trailer. It just looks funny and fun to play. Are you guys ready for a really long, crazy title of a video game? Well, me too. So we got Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue Remix game. Now this Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue Remix game is a high-definition remake of Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance. Now this is nice because it was only on the 3DS. I don't really know if they're going to bring 3D to it, like actual 3D, like with glasses and everything. But it's going to be on PlayStation 4 now. Now this also comes with Kingdom Hearts X back cover. Now this is just a little fortune teller story cinematics for Kingdom Hearts, and you also have Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep. Now this is not Birth by Sleep, this is a fragmentary passage. Basically it's an all new game just going through the perspective of Aqua. Now this is just kind of filling in the gap what happens after Birth by Sleep, which is going to be leading into Kingdom Hearts 3. So this is just kind of a great little package. It's not a ton in one game, but you do get a few games in one. They're not like huge Kingdom Hearts games, but you know, you get what you pay for, and it should help out with Kingdom Hearts 3. Well, we might as well get into Kingdom Hearts 3 now. Now, Kingdom Hearts 3 I've wanted to come out for such a long time. It's apparently been in development since 2006, but it does take place after the events of Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance, so the 2.8 remix is just kind of a good way to catch up, I guess you could say. But you are going to be playing as Sora again, joined with Donald Duck, Goofy, King Mickey, and Riku, and basically you're going to try to stop Master Xehanort's plan to bring the second Keyblade War to life. Now, the graphics on this game just look amazing, even though the cartoony graphics, I don't really know how they made it look so good, but they did, and I'm just extremely excited. I cannot emphasize this enough. I'm a little disappointed it is coming out to Xbox One, but, you know, I guess, you know, you have to share every now and then. Now, to be honest with you, I have not played many Final Fantasy games, but Final Fantasy 15 does look pretty damn good. Now, the characters in the game, you can traverse all these environments, all free run. The combat is very fluid, it just looks great. I couldn't really find much about the story. I know if I Google harder, I probably could, but the stories in these games are just so confusing to me. I didn't want to try to like confuse you guys with it. But basically, you can travel on foot, in a car, or on chocobos, and basically, I don't know, it just looks pretty impressive. The mechanics of the game look great. There's only going to be loading screens when you enter big cities, things like that. But other than that, I can't really tell you stuff without trying to sound like I know what I'm talking about when I really don't for this game. So I'm just going to leave that to you guys to watch a trailer or something like that. I'm sorry that I'm not really informational about this game, but these games are hard to explain and it just looks good to me. So I had to put that in the video. Now, do you remember that one game that you and maybe like 5 other people in the whole world actually played and enjoyed, and it was so underrated, called Mirror's Edge? Well, they're actually making a reboot of the game. Now, it is not a sequel or anything like that. It's more of a reimagining. And basically, this game is going to be telling Faith's origin story in an attempt to overthrow the totalitarianism of corporations who rule the City of Glass. Now, this game, it is visually stunning. It is running on DICE's new engine, and it was supposed to release in about February, but it got pushed back. But this game just looks great. I loved the first one. Not many people did. It's about parkour, free traversal, everything like that. If you like that kind of game, you need to check this out. Now, I don't know if you guys have played Mafia before, but Mafia 3 is supposed to be coming out this year, and it's taking place in 1968 New Orleans. You're going to be playing as Lincoln Clay's Vietnam War veteran, basically out to seek revenge on the local mobs who killed his friends. Now, basically, the way that I'm interpreting that is, you are a war veteran, so you have all these skills, and you're just trying to get revenge for your friends, but you're also going to be playing detective, trying to figure out where they're at, and take them out in stealthy ways that you can think of. I guess it's going to be a kind of a cool premise to it, but some people might not like it. Homefront Revolution. I loved Homefront a lot, but Homefront Revolution was supposed to be made by Crytek and then got picked up by a different company. Can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it takes place in 2029, 2 years after the events of Homefront and 4 years after the invasion of the United States. Now, this game, basically, you're going to be playing as Ethan Brady as he tries resistance against the army of the Korean invasion, but this is only taking place in the city of Philadelphia, which means that they might make more sequels to this, but I'm not sure. Graphically, this game is not that pretty. Open world is nice, and co-op is nice, but just graphically, not many people are too pleased with this game, so I'm going to wait and see reviews for this game, but I am still excited about it. Now, Dead Island 2 has had some troubles this last year, but I think it's back on track right now. Dead Island 2 is an action role-playing game. If you've ever played Dead Island or anything around that kind of sort of a game, basically you have weapons with stats, you hit zombies, does damage, breaks off their arms, it's pretty fun, it's gory, but this game's main storyline is set several months after the events of Dead Island and Escape Dead Island. Have not played Escape Dead Island, didn't look that appealing to me, but unlike its predecessors, which took place on islands, this is actually taking place in California, which kind of ruins the name Dead Island. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Dead Island in California, that's not an island, it's just kind of weird. It's kind of like that show Finding Carter. It's like they found her the first season or something, so shouldn't it be Found Carter? I don't know, that's just my thoughts on that though. But it does look good, I'm not going to get it wrong, it does look good. I don't know how it's going to stand up to Dying Light though, so that'll be interesting to see in the future. And last but not least, we have No Man's Sky. Now this game is just going to be a life ruiner. Your girlfriend's going to hate this game. Your boyfriend's going to hate this game. If he's against video games, it doesn't matter. Just anyone that loves you will hate this game. Why is that, you ask? Because there's 18 quintillion planets. Now that just sounds ridiculous, which it is, but basically they're all procedurally generated. They all have their own minds. Worlds that are closer to the sun are going to be more lifeful. They're going to be just have all this life on it. Planets that are away from the sun are going to be very barren, very icy, very cold, and basically you're going to be collecting resources off these planets, trying to upgrade your person, your ship, and you want to be the first person in the center of the universe. I imagine as you buy the game later down the road, you're going to be pushed back farther and farther, so try to get on release date. It looks good. If you want to play with a friend though, I swear to God, I feel like it's going to be impossible to find them. But you might be able to if you set two TVs next to each other, set a location point, and just like stay out of work for a week and work towards one solar system. Then you might find each other and then you can wreak havoc. That seems like the best way to do it. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I didn't really get in depth with a lot of these games. I just wanted to show you what they look like, tell you a little bit about it, then move on to the next thing. These are my 15 most anticipated PlayStation 4 games coming out this year. If you have any thoughts about this, leave your comments down below. Tell me what your top games are. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. And I just hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching, you guys.